Hi everybody, I've got another success story and this one is from Anne. Okay, so goes like this. Hi Agnes, I hope you're well. It's been some time since we spoke, but I felt inspired to message you an update. I originally contacted you over a year ago with a view to attract a specific person back in my life. He was a very nice guy, and as I had waited almost 35 years for a proper relationship, I was keen to see this one through. Your advice was invaluable, and I continued to do the work to delve into Neville further. I had knowledge of the process, but whether I had a real integrated understanding of it, I do not think so. Anyway, the summer of 2018 passed by, and I dated a few other men, but with my mind still focused on this particular person. Actually, and before I keep reading, I'm going to put a link to a story that Neville did about a woman who had other dates, but there was one man in particular that she wanted to date and then marry. So this story fits in with that. So I'm going to put a link to that story down below. So, and if I can't find a link because no one's done it or Neville hasn't read it separately, I will do my own YouTube off the back of this, and then you can see that one separately. Okay, so back to Anne. I dated a few other men, but with my mind still focused on this particular person. Lo and behold, in November 2018, he contacted me. We met up, dated a few times, and again he said he wasn't looking for a relationship. I was furious, to say the least. One night I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was in a rage. This is the only way to explain it. I sat up in bed and said I was fed up with this BS. I was a wonderful person. I deserved better, and I wasn't settling for anything other than X, Y, and Z. I turned on the light, I pulled out my journal, and I wrote out my desired partner list. Exactly the type of person I wanted to call into my life. I sat the pen and the journal down and I said, that's it. I'm not settling for anything less than that. I made a promise to myself that unless someone made me feel the way I had written, they were not getting past the first date. 2 weeks later, in early December 2018, via Tinder, I met a man and we went on my first date. And went on my first date with him. My mouth's going too quick and my head's not keeping up. It was super fun, and we agreed to meet again, and each date along the way, my heart became fuller and fuller for this person and he for me. Our relationship blossomed, and by the end of February 2019, we were living together. Both head over heels in love with each other in the most fulfilling and expansive experience either one of us had ever had or could have imagined to have. We have now been together 7 months, and next week I am traveling to Canada to meet with his parents for the first time. It's been a whirlwind, but it has unfolded in the most loving, easy, and gracious way possible. To say I am head over heels is an understatement, but the beautiful thing above all about this is we have remained fully independent of each other, and he often says to me, my favorite thing about you is your independence. I love how you do your own thing and you don't need me around all the time. The funny little nugget about all of this too is the guy that I had originally contacted you about started hounding me from January to May. Messages asking if I wanted to meet up, even though it was clear that I had met someone. He just wanted to meet for a coffee. I explained I was very happy now and wished the same for him. Towards the end of May, he contacted me again and said he had to block me. He was going crazy not being able to see me. I was a bit flattered by this, as it is often the case in these stories that it is the person who contacts you seeking advice that had been blocked. Anyway, I wanted to share this story and my thoughts about it. While I understood that Neville Goddard principles, I only fully lived them that night when I made the decision to not accept anything less for myself. You see, I started living in the future. My future self was going to be treated and loved right, and any man in the past or present who wasn't on board was not going to last the test of time. Whew! I went to the end, imagined it that way, and with whom I did not mind. I'm extremely happy, and I do hope you share this story, and it would be delighted to speak on your channel if you wish to discuss this further. Keep up all the amazing work. Yes, Anne, contact me and we can do an interview. Now, why I called this a specific person X back story is because Anne actually attracted her specific person back, and she also attracted someone else who, in the end, she obviously stayed with the person that came in after. No, she came in, the person came back, the SP, while she was interested in the second person. So, in the end, she had a choice. And why I'm saying this is because when you do the work on yourself, this is often what happens. You get choice and you feel loved, and you make decisions from feeling loved and being lovable, and then people come back. Okay? So, this is a two-pronged story. New person, Anne chose to stay with, and the specific person. Two things. So, well done, Anne. I will put the playlist for the X-Back Success Stories playlist. I will also put the general relationships for people that didn't attract their SP, but they ended up with some other relationship that is incredibly satisfying. I'll put that success story there, playlist there for you too. So, fabulous. Love hearing this. It's wonderful. Well done, Anne. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So, I'll see you in the interview with Anne when we actually set it up, and lots of love, and I will see you in the next YouTube.